Hi everyone, welcome to another lecture on partial differential equation. In this lecture, we will derive one of the most important partial differential equations of physics and engineering called one-dimensional heat equation. In the early 1800s, Joseph Fourier, a French mathematician and physicist, began a mathematical study of conduction of heat in solids. A deeper understanding of heat flow had significant applications in science and engineering. Derivation. Heat equation is the partial differential equation that governs the conduction of heat in solids. The description one-dimensional refers to we are considering only one spatial variable. To derive one-dimensional heat equation, we consider a homogeneous bar of uniform cross-section A whose sides are insulated so that heat can flow only in axial direction. Take one end of the bar as the origin and the direction of flow as the positive x-axis. Let ρ be the density, S the specific heat of the material of the bar, and K the thermal conductivity. Assume that the temperature U at any point of the bar depends on the distance x of the point from one end and the time t, and not on the lateral coordinates because the lateral dimensions of the bar are too small as compared to its length. To obtain the heat equation, we assume the following empirical laws. Heat flows from a higher temperature to the lower temperature. The rate at which heat flows across any area is jointly proportional to the area and to the gradient of the temperature normal to the area. This proportionality constant is called the thermal conductivity K of the material. The quantity of heat required to produce a given temperature change in a body is proportional to the mass of the body and to the temperature change. This proportionality constant is called the specific heat S of the material. The differential equation governing the temperature in the bar is an expression of a fundamental physical balance. That is, the rate at which heat flows into any portion of the bar is equal to the rate at which heat is absorbed in that portion of the bar. Therefore, Q1 equal to the amount of heat flowing into the section at a distance x per second equal to minus Ka into dou U by dou x evaluated at x, and Q2 is equal to the amount of heat flowing out of the section at a distance x plus delta x per second is equal to minus Ka into dou U by dou x evaluated at x plus delta x. Now see, the expressions Q1 and Q2 are negative, so we have to explain why this negative sign occurs in this Q1 and Q2. For that, we have to consider the definition of temperature gradient. A temperature gradient is a physical quantity that describes in which direction and at what rate the temperature changes the most rapidly around a particular location. The instantaneous heat transfer h of x0 t from left to right across the cross section at x equal to x0 is given by h of x0 of t is equal to minus limit d tends to 0 Ka into u of x0 plus d by 2 t minus u of x0 minus d by 2 t the whole divided by d is equal to minus Ka into dou U by dou x evaluated at x0. Here this quotient u of x0 plus d by 2 t minus u of x0 minus d by 2 t the whole divided by d is the gradient, and we take the limit as d tends to 0, then we get dou U by dou x evaluated at x0. The minus sign appears in this equation since there will be a positive flow of heat from left to right only if the temperature is greater to the left of x equal to x0 than the right. In this diagram, we are considering a long rod which is placed on the x-axis, one end is placed at the origin, and we are considering 2 points at a distance x and x plus delta x from the origin, and this is the slab of thickness delta x. For the slab of thickness delta x at the left end, the area cross section is A, and the quantity of heat flowing across the section at x is Q1, and the quantity of heat flowing across the section at x plus delta x is Q2. And here the amount of heat flowing has the value, that means Q1 is equal to minus Ka into dou U by dou x evaluated at x has a negative sign because the heat to the left of x is greater than to the right of x. And similarly for the expression Q2 is equal to minus Ka into dou U by dou x evaluated at x plus delta x, that is also negative because heat to the left of x plus delta x is higher than that of the heat at the right of x plus delta x. So the gradient will be negative. Here also the gradient will be negative. In order to make the flow as a positive flow, we have to put an additional negative sign in the expressions for Q1 and Q2. Now in the slab of thickness delta x, the quantity of heat entering into the slab is Q1 minus Q2, because Q1 is higher than Q2, we take the difference Q1 minus Q2. But the rate at which heat is entering into the slab is directly proportional to mass of the slab of thickness delta x into temperature change. So we have Q1 is equal to minus K into dou by dou x evaluated at x, and Q2 is equal to minus K into dou by dou x evaluated at x plus delta x. Hence the amount of heat entering into the slab of thickness delta x is Q1 minus Q2. The difference Q1 minus Q2 is equal to K as a common factor, K into dou by dou x evaluated at x plus delta x minus dou by dou x evaluated at x. But the rate of increase of heat in this section is proportional to mass into temperature change. Here what is mass of the slab of thickness delta x? The slab of thickness delta x has area A and delta x as the height. So the volume is area into delta x, and mass is equal to volume into density, that is rho A delta x is the mass, and dou by dou t is the temperature change, and the proportionality constant is S. So that difference in temperature Q1 minus Q2 is equation number 1, and the heat absorbed in the section is given by equation number 2. So these two equations are identical. Equations 1 is equal to equation 2. That means the amount of heat entering into the slab of thickness delta x is equal to heat absorbed by the slab of thickness delta x. Therefore, from equations 1 and 2, we have S rho A delta x into dou by dou t is equal to K into dou by dou x evaluated at x plus delta x minus dou by dou x evaluated at x. Therefore, dou by dou t is equal to K by S rho into dou by dou x evaluated at x plus delta x minus dou by dou x evaluated at x, the whole divided by delta x. Since we are considering a small slab of thickness delta x, we can make this delta x as very small. So in the limiting form, if we take the limit as delta x tends to 0 on both sides of this equation, we get the left side as dou by dou t, and in the right hand side K by S rho is a constant, and we have limit as delta x tends to 0. The quotient dou by dou x at x plus delta x minus dou by dou x evaluated at x, the whole divided by delta x. Now what will be that limit as delta x tends to 0? So it is the rate of change of the function dou by dou x with respect to x. And what is the limit of dou by dou x at x plus delta x minus dou by dou x at x, the whole divided by delta x? That will be the derivative of the function dou by dou x with respect to x, and simply it is the second derivative dou square u by dou x square. That is, if we take the limit as delta x tends to 0, we get dou by dou t, the left hand side dou by dou t is equal to the constant K by S rho into dou square u by dou x square. That is, dou by dou t is equal to a positive constant alpha square into dou square u by dou x square, where alpha square is equal to K by S rho, which is called the thermal diffusivity of the material of the bar. So this is the one-dimensional heat equation. Dou by dou t is equal to a positive constant alpha square into dou square u by dou x square. So this completes the derivation of one-dimensional heat equation. Thank you.